Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're going to be taking a first look at a game which came out yesterday. It's made by a very small team called Long Live Caesar. This is, well, they describe it on their Steam page as a brain teaser role-playing game that's both real-time and turn-based. Basically, you're Caesar, I think. This is literally my first time booting the game up. And you are trying to uncover various plots that are against you to see if you can do that and if you can survive, or if the plotters will overthrow you. Has kind of a mobile-ish vibe, at least the UI certainly does. Interesting statistics page here, so I'm guessing there's battles, riots to suppress, agents to kill, missions to accomplish, but all interesting stuff to track. Again, this is the first time we're playing. And very basic sort of presentation. So let's go ahead and jump in. I guess we'll start on easy difficulty. I have no idea how hard this is. I don't have any perks yet, so I'm guessing you unlock perks as you play this game and get to use them moving forward here. We can select agents. Okay, so there are 6 agents currently locked, and then there are 4 that we have. There are different traits that these agents have. So there's Marcus Antonius. He's proud, ambitious, and contemptuous of the lower in rank. Marcus Antonius looks down on everyone. However, his height more than allows him such luxury. So it looks like he's got 3 out of 5 bars there. 3 fight, 1 persuasion, 2 espionage. Meanwhile, there is Brutus. He has entangled himself and in the whole world around him. Sissy Brutus, for all his shortcomings, enjoys significant support from the opposition part of the Senate. So he's an even better fighter than Marcus Antonius. He's a 4. He's a 2 persuasion and a 2 espionage. I don't know if this is like a health bar. Maybe it's like how good they are at fighting. Well, no, the fighting skill's better for Brutus, so it's got to be like some kind of health bar, not related to the stats, because Brutus's persuasion and fighting stats are better than Antonius, and same espionage. So like if this was some sort of power ranking, he would be, he should be better. There's also Cicero, having earned the respect of his contemporaries for his work and having built a successful political career in his old age. Cicero got tired and became interested in growing peaches. Okay. He's very persuasive, good espionage, terrible in a fight. And then you've got Calpurnia, Caesar's wife, a Roman mother with her incredible ability to anticipate danger. She could have become an oracle, but chose to watch her husband's back. So she's a pretty balanced character, 3 persuasion, 3 espionage, which is better than either Brutus or Antonius, but her fighting trait is a little bit worse than Antonius and worse than Brutus. So I don't know how many agents we get. I think we'll go with Brutus for 1, because I'm sure Caesar can trust Brutus, and then we can go with his wife for another, and Antonius. Well, I guess you get 4, so the fact that we haven't unlocked any of these others means we just, we've got these 4. Okay, so we get them all. All right, everybody, let's go. I'm kind of digging this silly cartoony art style personally, but it's 44 BC. You're Gaius Julius Caesar. Having defeated all your enemies, you now reign as the sole ruler of Rome. Soon you plan to declare yourself king and consolidate all possible power in your hands, but today you simply relish the view of an evening in Rome. I don't know that the music fits like a Roman setting, but whatever. Oh, there's a soldier coming up with a pot on his head. Forgive my intrusion. A wretched individual left an anonymous note for you. We tried to detain him, but he was too quick. I wouldn't disturb you over a trivial matter, but you must see this. Okay. I'm neither your friend nor your enemy, but I respect what you've done for Rome, so I'm doing you a great service by sending you this letter. A conspiracy against you is brewing in the city. Its roots have infiltrated the Senate, the Magistrate, and the Legion. In a week, 3 conspirators will strike during your speech in the Senate. Don't ask who I am or how I know this. However, if you fail to identify all the traitors, you will be killed. Remember, you are not the king yet, and the Senate won't allow you to execute more people than necessary. Weigh your decisions wisely, as they will determine if you survive. With love and your respect, your well-wisher. Crumple up that piece of parchment. All right. Game, I can't skip forward, so this cutscene is a very deliberate pace of slowly moving forward here. All right, I'm on my throne under the eagle of I, Caesar. Flanimus, my friend, what brings you here at such an early hour? I've learned of a conspiracy against you, your ruler. Perhaps I can offer some advice. Sure. I wouldn't mind hearing your advice. What would you like to know? Where are the conspirators? According to my information, I don't know why it's got like the laptop sound effect. It sounds like strong bad email laptop, like where you go click, 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 click. According to my information, your adversaries sit in the Magistrate Senate and Legion. There is one traitor in each faction, so one Magistrate, one Senator, and one Legionary. Okay, so how do I unmask him? Gather information on all Romans in key positions. It will be difficult to verify the involvement without this. Then you will need clues to help identify traitors. Keep in mind the traitors will always give false clues. Finally, if you don't want to bother with clues, you can obtain irrefutable evidence against one of the suspects. That's how I would proceed. Okay, how do I gather information? Send agents on missions. Remember, their time is limited, so don't waste it on trivialities. You can also purchase clues in the dark market. Okay, that's a little silly. The agents have 3 attributes: fight, persuasion, and espionage. If you send a skilled orator on a combat mission, he might not return. Okay. The only way to correctly determine the type of mission is to carefully read its description. Okay. So again, it's very much like a clue-style game, I guess. Why can't I just execute everybody? Then you'd have to execute me as well, Caesar. The Roman people won't forgive such bloodshed, and I won't be able to assist you during your speech in the Senate. You will choose 3 suspects for execution. Okay. All right. Levi. Day 1 of 7. A new day comes, and you get resources. 10 gold, 10 tree, and 10 helmets? Ah! Look! It's the morning! The clock is moving! Am I supposed to do something here? The Senate proposes to raise taxes and distribute the surplus to the poor. Of course, this is a good deed, but the author of this proposal is, to put it mildly, not a friend of yours. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? I'm just investigating it, right? So probably this doesn't sound like a fighting mission, right? They're proposing to raise taxes and distribute it to the surplus to the poor. It's a good deed, but the author of the proposal, to put it mildly, is not a friend of yours. So it's really investigative, right? They're not going to fight. So I would guess that would be I mean, the best orator and espionage guy is Cicero, so we'll send him. We also have another mission down here in the lower left. Wait, this is the same thing. Okay, I get my wife would be the next best person for that mission. We've got, there's information up here in the upper right. Queen Nasirus? Need more gold? Contact Quintus. He calls himself a man who makes 2 denarii out of 1. Others call him a man who will take everything you have. The truth lies somewhere in between. Okay, so there's these different senators, Catulus, Livus. Alright, so you can see all these different folks. Hopefully my own agent Brutus isn't going to be in on the plot to kill me. What's down here? So we can buy clues for 50 gold. We have 100. What's this? We can build stuff? Okay, so we can build stuff. We've got a forum, a stage, a treasury. What happens if I build a treasury? I get more gold every turn. That seems like a good investment. And I've got... okay. Reduces the cost of resources. Gives 1 clue every day. Reduces the cost of hints. 10 soldiers per day. 20 soldiers per day. Training of soldiers. Okay, so there's like this whole military section over here on the right. An orphanage gives 1 hint every day. Can I not build another thing? Maybe I can only build 1 thing per day. A quarry, more resources. So we elected for more gold every day for our first thing. Could be worse, I guess. You can also improve the quality of the Temple of Jupiter. Okay. So existing buildings can be upgraded too. Okay. So that's like a construction screen. What's this? Just training of soldiers, I guess? Raising soldiers? Spend money to get more soldiers or more generals or better generals. What's going on over here? Before the eye of justice, a public trial takes place, and the statute says that one of the patricians is bribing the senators. Okay. One of the patricians is bribing the senators. Well, that feels more espionage-ish, right? I mean, none of these are particularly agents I'd want to send. I mean, some of these could also be false clues, as the game said. We're halfway through the day. The rider rushes through the whole city with a message. He broke through all the posts and ignores the demands to stop. Okay, that might have been more of a fighting thing, but we'll see. What's down here? Agent got a clue. Okay, what's his clue? Agent just wasted their time. What's down here? Are these clues? Muddler and a miser. Is that my clue? How do I pause the game? Oh. Nope. We've got 100 soldiers. All right, what's up here? Your faithful slave claims to have seen a ghost tonight. It seemed to him that the dark shadows were whispers near your bedchamber, but the poor fellow is too frightened to tell you about them. Oh yeah, these definitely must be energy levels, because all these guys are, like, lower now. Agent received 2 clues. Wow, good job, dude. What's over here? Citizens discuss your rule with a glass of wine. Okay. Can I not? Can I? Yeah, I assume I can't put him on another mission. I can put my wife on another mission, though. Generous gifts from grateful townspeople are brought to you with some different notes attached. Some containing requests, others expressing gratitude. But there's also a few letters with threats. Okay. So this is probably more espionage. 2 clues. Wow, he's all bloody. Was that like a fighting mission? Okay, so we're into the night of the first turn. What are all these blue-green things? Are these... I just have clues on these people? He's crueler and a briber. Okay. Lovelace alcoholic. Scammer and cruel. And an alcoholic gambler. I don't have anything to send you down here. I don't think. Black Knight covers the tent of the legionaries. It's dark. Yeah, I can't. I don't have time. What's this again? That's just the people I've... These must be the clues I'm uncovering, though. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the soldiers stuff. I'll buy one of those guys. I don't know what good that's gonna do me. Agent received a clue and an artifact. Fury's dagger. Wasted time. 2 clues. Okay. Briber muddler. Claims that all drunkards of the Senate were at the tavern drinking until dawn during the plot. Okay, so all the drunkards of the Senate were at the tavern drinking until dawn during the plot. So does that mean all the people in the Senate who are alcoholics could be involved? Quintus is terminally ill. I don't know what I need the gold for. Let's see how much gold we get every day before we spend it. So if it's the alcoholics, then it could be Costas, Emilius. Those are the only two we've identified so far. Next day, I guess, right? Alright, so we're through 1 of 7 days. I think it's going to be a pretty short game. Vai, Caesar. Greetings, Mark. Tell me what brings you here at such a dark hour. Marcus Vespanius Agrippa. I understand now is not the best time to discuss urban planning, but the Civil War has left a huge mark on the city's face. The mines are idle, orphans find shelter only in brothels. In the ruins of the Forum, you can only find rats and the homeless. If we do not start rebuilding Rome after that speech in the Senate, you'll rule over ruins. Well, I've already started rebuilding. Sure, what do you want me to do? Resources for construction. Cities naturally increases in resources every day. Develop the industrial district. What districts are there? 4 districts: industrial, economic, central, and military. Constructing all buildings in each of them can bring different perks to the next game. Okay, so those are perks for the following game to try and add some replayability. Caesar the patron, Caesar the builder, Caesar the warrior. Okay. You'll only receive the perk if you survive until the speech in the Senate. Okay. Temple of Jupiter's legendary structure that has not stood the test of time. Restoring this monumental building will require many resources and time, but the gods will not forget this and will reward you with one of the strongest perks. Caesar the Restorer. Your name will be carved into the pages of history, and even after 2,000 years, it will be remembered with every sunrise. Okay. Seems maybe not like the #1 priority, but... Alright, so we get 30 more gold, 10 more resources, 10 more military as we enter day 2. It looks like magistrates are now on the docket, so the first day was investigating the Senate. Now these are all the different magistrates. Remember, there's one villain in each. Before we do that, so the treasury is up, 20 gold per turn. Okay. Gives 1 hint every second day. Let's get more resources, because the resources are how I build things, right? So, makes sense to get more resources. I think, again, I can only build 1 thing per day. So we'll do the resources next. We did the gold the previous day. So we'll have 30 and 30 next turn. Alright, what have we got here? Your attention is asked for by a fortune teller. The old woman claims that Pythia herself blessed her and that she can open the veil of your future before you. Sounds like a waste of time. Tribune of the people, Lucius Canus Gallus, is dying. He may be keeping some secrets. Sure. Send Cicero. He's the most persuasive. Could also just be a waste of time. I'm going to be a little bit more sparing with what I send folks out to, just because we ran out of resources last turn. Or not resources, but energy, I guess. The Forum is bustling like a wound-wound-up beehive today. There's a dispute about inheritance. It seems that some citizens are debating particularly fervently, even shouting out names of some very noble names. Alright, I guess we'll send my wife. In the Roman Forum, they talk about all day long that Caesar is going to become king. Yeah, but we knew that. So let's not send anyone there, because that's not news. The patricians take a promenade and discuss the latest news from the secular world of the empire. Okay. One of the members of the magistrate did not appear at the hearing today. His wife and mother do not know where he could have gone. Alright, go investigate that. I got a clue. Alright, so he's a cruel... Trebulus Fidus is a cruel scammer. Okay. During a theatrical representation, one of the actors parodied Marcus Antonius and joked about Caesar. Okay. The heart of the people are blacker than any creature of darkness. You witness a man being tortured on the street, pleading for mercy. Yeah, we'll send a fighter there, I guess. Okay. So we have 2 clues. Cretonius is a murderer, alcoholic, and Decimus is a fool and a gambler. I'm waiting for another thing to send someone out for. Is that really going to be the end of the day? At least everybody I sent got clues. Nobody wasted their time. Terminally ill miser. Terminally ill fool. Let's buy a clue. Okay, he's loveless and cruel. I don't know what the soldiers get me. But I'll keep buying them. What's over here? A passerby marks houses with black paint and hides from sentries when he notices their gazes. For a madman, he does it too well. Sure, go figure it out, dude. We're pretty much out of time, but I think... So that's the last thing to send anyone to go do. Felt like maybe I could have gotten more clues. I don't know. Didn't use one of our agents all that well. 2 clues. What do we got here? Gambler and loveless, and then fool and loveless. Okay. So we're just gathering information on the magistrates and the senators. Advise, Caesar, forgive my intrusion, but Lucius Antonius requests your presence on the fortress wall. Okay. What does he want? Advise, Caesar. Sorry for not coming myself. I wanted you to see the problem firsthand. Enemy forces are marching toward us. Parthians from the east, youths nearing our shores, and fierce Numidian tribes from the south. We must stand against them. Perhaps you'd like to hear my opinion of our course of action. Sure. What do you wish to know? Warfare tactics. Invasions to our empire marked on your map with arrows pointing toward Rome. Through these arrows, you can mobilize the army and send it on campaign. You'll need to select the number of legionaries and attach a general, if one is available. The soldiers will leave Rome and return the next day if they survive. What happens if they lose? We'll lose loyal legionaries, but also a whole day. During that time, the enemy will gather new forces and advance closer to Rome. After that, we'll have one more attempt to stop them. Failure means the end of the game for you and all of us. Can I organize a defense here? You can do anything, even lock yourself in your palace with your guard. But the people of Rome won't tolerate a ruler who hands imperial lands to barbarians. I fear I won't be able to protect you in that case. Okay. So that's the military aspect. We got 10 more soldiers, 30 more resources, and 30 more gold. We've got one approach from the south, so we can click on this. So these are the cheaper generals. I guess they're not as good. Pack of 10 to 29. The Parthians are proud and independent Eastern Kingdom. Their sharpshooters and brilliant horsemen have earned a reputation as formidable fighters across Asia. Okay. So if they've got 10 to 29 soldiers, and our soldiers give us a 10% penalty, we have 120 soldiers. So I think a 40 size force should give me a pretty comfortable victory. And we'll send Quintus Julius Cordus out. Attack overwhelms maneuver, but is thwarted by defend, which is outflanked by maneuver. When your turn begins, a timer will start its countdown. At first, the enemy's tactic is a mystery. As the timer crosses the sword marker, the enemy's plan will be unveiled. Strike them with precision, and you may earn a bonus for your agility. Hesitate, and you'll suffer a penalty for your delay with your tactic, chosen at random. He's a master of defensive warfare, unparalleled in fortifying positions. That's our general. Okay, so what do I do? Just hit start battle? Attack meets a solid wall of defense. So we lose 5, they lose 11. So I think I chose the right option. So it's like a timing thing. You got to click at the right time. We both maneuver. I lose 4, they lose 6. So I should have done... Not defend. I should have done assault, I think? Well, we won the victory, but I shouldn't have chosen attack. We just ended up having more men than them on that last phase. Look at all the blood! Okay. Okay, we've got multiple things popping up here. Let's see. This morning, someone looted one of your villas. The enemy turned everything upside down, left a threatening note, and demanded that you resign. It looks like it's time to check out this traitor-infested nest. All right, we'll send Antonius up here. He's more well-balanced. He's also a good fighter, if it should come to that. After the night of libations, one of the senators becomes very loud on words. Yes, a senator loud on words. We should send Cicero to figure that one out. Heralds announce the festive distribution of gold to the common people. It looks like a noble cause, but what is behind the nature of this unexpected generosity? Or priests say that losing a coin brings misfortune. You should not delve into these superstitions, but one citizen lost far too many coins on the pavement today. Okay, well, that just sounds like a gambler who's bad at gambling. So let's send an inquisitive mind. Let's send our wife to investigate the one up in Gallia. Meanwhile, you can see here's the general officers or whatnot in the Legion down here in the lower right. All coming online this turn. Meanwhile, we got a lot more stuff going on. That was the superstition one. We've got a whole bunch of things we've got to prioritize. Okay, what's this one? Worship in the temple ends and the crowd hurries about its business, pleasing the gods with offerings. However, it's more interesting for someone to stop in the nooks and whispers. Caesar, they say, would soon call himself God. That just sounds annoying. A few enemy arrows with a leather flew up into the walls of your local residence. The archer brazenly saluted from a nearby rooftop and took to his heels. Go get him. Okay. Rumble rolls across the sky. Birds fly away from the smoking volcano, which, however, subsides as quickly as it wakes up. Should someone be sent in for a review? Or should events take their course? It's just a volcano. What does that have to do with the plot? One of the houses, someone drew a caricature of Caesar. Yeah, that sounds like an investigative thing. Let's see, my wife got a clue. Let's go ahead and send her back out on this route. Meanwhile, we've got a clue for Status Marcus. He's a gambler and a muddler. And a loveless fool for Cornelius Balbus. And then a miser and a scammer for rustic. So most of these senators we have clues on now. Agent received a clue and an artifact. Ulysses' helmet. What do I do with the artifacts? Fist-fighting champions gather in the camp to compete. Sure, go have fun. Man, I'm doing a good job on, like... I mean, I guess we're playing easy, so who knows, but it seems like we're getting a lot of... Okay, that just seems... Seems like we're getting most of our things are clues. So, Scammer Loveless, Briber Miser, Briber Fool, Miser Scammer. What's over here? The drinking at the party won't stop, even when the master of your house falls to the floor. As your slave swiftly lifts the fat body of the senator, his impertinently offers to tell you about a merchant selling arms. Sure. Okay. Let's see what we want to build. So we've got 40 resources. Probably want more soldiers, right? To deal with those armies that are coming in. Well, maybe not. I think I'd actually want more money. Or just a free hint. Reduce the cost of hints. I'm going to start buying hints next turn. So reducing their cost, I think, would be a useful thing for me. Agent received bonus to action points and a clue. Okay. I hope I'm not, like, missing anything, but So the one clue for Flavius is the drunkards of the Senate were all at the tavern drinking until dawn during the plot. So does that actually mean the drunkards are excluded then? Because they were all out drinking? Or were they plotting at the tavern drinking? How do I read that? I guess that they were at the tavern drinking, so they weren't part of the plot. I guess that's how I should read it. Okay, so we're like halfway through this game already. Yeah, it's not too expensive of a game. It's only about $10, but seems pretty short. Prisoner demanding a personal audience with you. Okay. How dare you demand an audience with me, barbarians? We're not mere barbarians, Caesar. We're servants of powers beyond your vain ignorance. We know the laws of the universe, and we know life and death, and we know everything about you and your rule of Rome. You didn't know how to avoid ending up in this cell. Who told you we weren't meant to be here? We offer you a deal. We know what's happening to you. We know you're seeking the three who plotted against you. You'll learn the names of one who seeks your downfall, but only if you release us immediately and swear never to stick your nose into Macedonia. If I can find one of the names, if it's actually true, sure. Remember your oath, Caesar. Now go home and sleep. In your dream, you will see the one who betrays you. What? Through in a deep sleep, you notice a silhouette. You look closer and realize it's... the blonde-haired dude. Okay, so the general who's against me is Trebulus Fidus. If I'm just going to believe a dream. So that gives us one of three, I guess? So he is this dude here. No. Where's Trebulus Fidus? Oh, he's the magistrate. No. Why do all these guys look the same? not that. So this little red thing, does that mean he's the plotter? It'd be nice if it said something over here. You had a dream. Trebulus Fidus once competed for a senatorial position against none other than Tullus Caelius Rusticus himself, but ended up in the magistrate. Trebulus does all his work with diligence, but deep down still believes he could have achieved something greater. So that's why he's against me. He's bitter. Now, we said we wouldn't send anyone to Macedonia, right? The magistrate is full of people and complainers. Sewer drains have not been cleaned for a long time, and the perpetrators hide behind their colleagues with near impunity. Yeah, there's no reason to send an agent there for squalor. The Jutes are warrior-like Germanic tribes annoying their neighbors with raids. These fierce barbarians are ready for anything, for gold and glory, and they are led into battle by the bravest warrior of our time. Strength and aggression, that is their motto. We'll need to send an army to stop their invaders. If we wait too long, the enemy will take Rome by the end of day 5. Okay, so there's a pack of 10 to 29. We have 115 soldiers still. So let's go ahead and send 40. That was the magic number for the same number of bad guys last time. And we'll send Julius Cordius. He won the last battle. Okay, so attack. It's like rock, paper, scissors combat, basically. But attack is better than maneuver. But defend thwarts attack, and defend is outflanked by maneuver. So attack versus maneuver, defend versus attack, maneuver versus defend. So I got 26 soldiers and 40 on our side. Seeking gaps maneuver. So I'm also guessing the earlier you click it, the more effective your order, I would guess. But we lost 5 and they lost 11. So very basic combat. 7-2, a very favorable exchange for us. So you can see this attrition will wear our army down eventually, like especially if you lose a battle and you lose like a third of your force, but we should be pretty comfortable here. So we only lost 10 soldiers that battle. Numidians are renowned warriors of the desert, braver Berber tribes placing martial honor above all. Okay. So we have 75 soldiers to send because we sent... I'm guessing I'll get the soldiers back from the fight who didn't die tomorrow. Okay, 7-2. There's only 14 of them there, so this should be a pretty easy fight. We lost 7. They lost 14. 2-to-1 casualty ratio. All right, what's this thing down here? Bread is being distributed in the streets. The benefactor of this cause wished to remain anonymous. Okay. So Cicero seems like the best option for that one. Very few clues today so far. Okay. Approaches you and offers to reveal something important if you defeat his fighter. Yeah, send my best fighter. Is this blue like an extra trait? It's a thankless task to knock out someone's debt, but one patrician asks you to render him such a service in return for promising some very valuable information. I guess that would be my wife then, right? She's the best smooth talker around that we've got left. Cicero wasted his time. Unfortunate, too, because he'd be useful on that other mission I just ordered. Magistrate fears the public discontent with the new taxes. The Senate supports increasing them further. Is this technically Macedonia? It's in the purple area. Got a clue. Wine on today's feast pours over the edges, but it seems that one member of the city council has decided not to partake. He hasn't had a drink all day long. Suspicious. Alright, so we got a clue about Calpurnius. He's terminally ill and an alcoholic. Behind the garrison, a suspicious citizen scurries around and is constantly asking if your legionaries know how to get to the library. Could be an urban... It could be a madman. Oh, we've got a clue. Send her on this one. Alright. So far, we've kept our promise about sending no one to Macedonia. The dark streets are asleep but not inhabited. You have heard rumors that soldiers are going to play dice. The stakes are a bit too high. I'd like to send this guy up here. He's better at espionage. A second mission of wasting your time. Beggars from disadvantaged neighborhoods whisper that they know something about the plot against you. Well, but I already told Macedonia I wouldn't send anyone, so... I guess I could lie. Okay. What are we going to build today, anyway? More gold per day? We can buy more clues? I don't need more soldiers right now. I could buy more resources, but... Okay. Can I only buy the one clue per day? Darn. Thought I could buy more than that. I don't know that I need more soldiers. Feels like we're getting kind of close to the end, and I only know one of my accusers. The mission was failed, so he got beat up. He didn't just... He failed. Darn, man. Probably gonna get this whole thing done in like an hour. Whoa, there's smoke! What's going on? Take cover in the garden. The palace is ablaze, ignited by the rebel. What rebels? The soldiers have caught an arsonist. They'll be executed at dawn, but that doesn't mean we've won. Unrest is spreading throughout the empire. It's a republic. Sure. What would I like to learn about the revolt? How do I suppress them? Okay, fires can happen in any city. You can choose an agent to send them to quell it. It takes them half a day until they come back. They'll lose all remaining action points. Do revolts spread? Revolts must be suppressed within 2 days. Every minute counts. During this time, the revolt grows and the fires spread, and they become harder and harder to quench. Okay. Alright. When sending an agent, consider the agent's skills as well as the size of the revolt at the time of the dispatch. Okay, after they reach the revolt, you'll see an exclamation point. You can proceed to choose options for quelling the revolt, in which you'll see the chance of success. If the agent succeeds, the revolt will disappear. Otherwise, it'll... Okay. If you fail to suppress the revolts within 2 days, the rebels will seize Rome, and even Jupiter himself won't be able to protect you. Okay, so 2 days on armies and revolts. Gotcha. So we're on day 5 of 7. A new day comes, and I get resources. Alright. So we've got 2 revolts. So presumably fighters would be my best. I'm guessing. But it's going to use all their action points. That's going to make this whole stuff not... Like, revolts seem like you can't not do it, but the clues... Okay. They stole the senator. Alright, I want some more balance, because maybe they'll get attacked. What? Why am I mad? What? What just happened? Oh no. I sent my dude to... I had to ignore the folks in Macedonia for the rest of the game. The druids made me explode into blood. Wow. Okay. That was 3 battles won, 63 enemy soldiers killed, 21 successful missions out of 26, 30 clues collected, 6 artifacts collected. Okay. So I have no perks. All these guys, it all starts over, I'm guessing, right? So I don't think... Why is that in Russian now? That looked Russian. Or Cyrillic, maybe. I don't know. That was weird. Before it said BC, that time it didn't. Alright. So skip through all this intro. I'm just curious. I'm not going to play a whole nother round today. I get the sense it's a very short game, but I don't know if there's, like, I don't know the replayability. It feels like a lot of the mechanics are frankly kind of interesting. I do like the art style. I know it's goofy and cartoony, but it is actually kind of fun, I think. I think the game would get a little bit repetitive with all just the constant, like, cluing and whatnot. Do I know anything about... Yeah, so the clues don't carry over. So I think, like, the whole investigating stuff, it's interesting. I'm not sure there's enough variety in options to keep it like to hold its own. It's not an expensive game. It's only $10, but I don't know how much time you'll get out of it. As far as a first look goes, that was fun. I'm curious, maybe we'll play another one where we go through the whole game and see what happens after that. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts, but for a short little game, I enjoyed myself. I think some of the criticisms I saw on Steam were that there wasn't enough behind the game. I don't know if they'll be adding more. It'd be fun if there were multiple different variants. Like, maybe is it the same senators every time, or does it change? But yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below, guys. I know this isn't exactly like the type of game I usually play on the channel, but I do like these kind of little fun games. Game Dev Tycoon, I played a ton of on my phone. And we've played like other sort of lighthearted things like this, but yeah, let me know your thoughts below, guys. That's going to do it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, this was Long Live Caesar, a new game out on Steam. It is $9.99, and this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.